On another episode of Saturday Storytime, I've talked about how I made a mistake during a dress rehearsal of one of my primary school plays. Well, here is another story about a different primary school play. The primary school play we did was Hansel and Gretel, and this mistake didn't take place during a dress rehearsal, it unfortunately took place during the actual main show. But thankfully, it wasn't by me playing an incorrect sound effect. Let me give you some context first. For those of you who don't know, I don't know how you wouldn't, but in Hansel and Gretel, Hansel is trapped by a witch in a cage. Or in an oven, I think, in some other stories. He was trapped in something, but in the script we had, he was trapped in a cage. Now for our production, we were going to get our Hansel trapped in a cage, and unfortunately that's what happened. You'll get what I mean in a sec. Fortunately, a parent of one of the students in our year had a dog cage that they weren't using. It was a good-sized dog cage, like one for a big dog, which helped because we were going to be putting a student in it. Now the thing about this dog cage was it had a front entrance and a side entrance. It was basically just two little gates that you would open and shut. So during the performance, we used the front gate. Obviously, when it came to switching between scenes, we had to get the cage on and off stage, open it up, put Hansel back in it, and then we would have the lights back on to go into the next scene. And this went well for all of the play, until we got to near the end of the play. Near the end of the play, where the witch is cooked alive, there's a bit of morbid darkness to Hansel and Gretel, isn't there? But anyway, Hansel has to be let out of the cage. So the person who is playing Gretel in our play had to go over to the cage and open it. And she had a problem opening the front gate. So the witch trapped him in there and he was still stuck in there. Now thankfully the person who was playing Hansel thought of a good idea. Since he wasn't able to exit through the front, he just opened the exit to the side and he hopped right out. But he didn't just step out, he raised his hands in the air as he jumped out as something like, hooray! I know this looks like I'm getting arrested or something and being told to put my hands in the air, but this is how my hands stay in frame. Otherwise, they're very out of frame. And this gave all the parents a chuckle. So, just like with the mistake I did in the dress rehearsal, it gave the audience a laugh. But my god was it annoying. It's like he's been stuck in this cage for the whole time, and when he's finally able to be let out, he can't get out. So if there's anything to be taken away from this, if you are in school and you are going to be doing Hansel and Gretel as a school play, and you decide to use a dog cage like we did, make sure that whoever you get playing the witch, and especially Gretel, make sure that they actually know how to open a dog cage. Otherwise you will have to finish the play with Hansel being trapped in the cage still.